बादा मस्त बादा आशा में अहमदियत चलता है दौर मीना ओ जाम अहमदियत.
Yeah, I guess we'll then just start. Then, if more people join, they can just join. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to this week's Khuddam night. Unfortunately, Ravi Saab isn't able to make it because he's sick with COVID. Uh, Anyone who has been to Batul Ghafoor, they are requested to do an LFD test to ensure that they're not sick and then don't not have COVID. If they do, uh, they are requested to follow guidelines given by the government in case you are tested for positive. So let's just open with the Khuddam K News then. All right. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to this week's Khuddam News. Exciting new segments coming out. The audio is finally out, but I mean, as you can saw at the back screen, there's a small little sign, but it's still kind of an experimentation. So yeah, and also headlines been updated, so you'll see proper headlines from now on. There won't be a special feature, unfortunately. Going straight to UK, anti-boost for COVID. So is the vaccine booster rollout slow? So in September, the government scientific advisor recommended that everyone over 50 should be offered a third dose of a COVID vaccine. So at the moment, about 8 million people are eligible to get this vaccine, and this is to increase by about 30 million in the few coming weeks and months. And as you might all be aware that the COVID figures have increased by as much as 50,000 cases coming, and that's, I believe it's in this segment. So UK cases top 50,000 for the first time in 3 months. So since 17 July, and amid this calls for more restrictions, and Boris has urged people to come forward for booster jabs, and maybe as said before, a potential third dose. On the bottom picture, you can see kind of the difference between winter and now. So it's not much, but it's kind of similar growth. All right. Now moving to informative fun facts. Do you know the richest man on earth was Mansa Musa from Africa with worth of $400 billion? Now, I'm not gonna say that. So Nebraska Sky, this British Museum to display world's oldest map of stars. So this Nebraska Sky disk, which is dated from the Bronze Age and believed to be 3,600 years old, was recovered and will go on a display. A lot of kind of figures in the archaeology are kind of suspicious. They kind of debunk the tablet, not claiming that it's real or authentic, but seem at the moment it seems it is. I am green. Climate change, is the UK on track to meet its targets? So as you know, when last week news, I may presented stuff about windmills. I've talked about cars and how in 10 years will be the UK will switch to full electric and full hybrid cars. So UK has committed to reduce its greenhouse gases emissions to net zero by 2050. Net zero basically means that they are taking as much out of these climate changing gases out the atmosphere as it is put it in. So it's a one-to-one scale. And over the years, they have reduced in oil and coal gas usage and switching more to solar and wind. And as you can see in the future, that might also increase. And also, I mentioned before about the 6 nuclear projects that have been accepted to occur to be cleared, and maybe so the nuclear figures might also increase. Entertainment use. Now let's remove privacy by putting it in our heads instead of on the phone. So Facebook to hire 10,000 in EU to work on metaverse. So the metaverse is an online world where people can game, work, and communicate in a virtual environment, often using VR headsets. So more news on this. They ran out of oil paint, so they used the whole rig instead. The art has no bounds. And but the oil rig in Lido to form part of UK-wide arts event. So as well as this, we have a scale model of the solar system, a decommissioned North Sea oil platform, and a pop-up forest will form a part of a major UK arts event planned for 2022. This creativity in the UK will run from March to October and feature 10 separate projects, draw upon science, technology, engineering, maths, basically STEM. No adverts. All right, sports. I am hiring an anchor for this, so anyone who would love to volunteer for this would be really appreciated. So here are the stats. So yeah, here's Chelsea in first place. Here's the next game for tomorrow, and here's the number one player. Moving on. Science. An AI making art. Wait a minute. Robot artist Ida released by Egyptian border guards. So a British-built robot that uses cameras and robotic arm to create abstract art has been released after Egyptian authorities detained it as custom. So it was seized by border agents last week who feared it was her robotic, maybe some hiding covert spy tools. Race against history as Vikings apparently have settled in North America in 1021 AD, study says. So it was well known that people came into America well before Christopher Columbus discovered it, and a new dating technique analyzing 3 rings has provided evidence that Vikings occupied a site in Newfoundland, Canada in 1021 AD, which is really interesting. Debate news. So using pigs to save lives, US surgeons test pig kidney transplant into human, and they have successfully given a pig's kidney to a person in a transplant breakthrough they hope could ultimately solve donor organ shortages. So with this debate, I have another video to show you.
Who said pig is bad in itself? Bad for you, all right, but you are also bad for other things. You kill flies, don't you? You kill germs. You kill snakes when they come your way. Why did God create you when you were bad for other things? So this is not a valid question at all. If something is good for nothing, then it should not be created. But everything is good for something at least. It serves a purpose. So it has a right to exist. You understand? That is why now the people who speak of ecosystem and the balances in nature, they have become extremely inimical to give free license to man to kill anything on earth. They say everything has a purpose. If you disturb the balance of life by killing freely at your will, anything which you don't like or like too much, then the balances will be destroyed, and life on earth will become ultimately impossible for man itself. So remember this, that we are not forbidden to eat pork because swine or the pigs are good for nothing. They are good for something. They serve a purpose in life, in the whole ecosystem of the universe. But not good for us. Poison is not good for you. Why don't you ask why is poison created? Most things you can't eat. You can eat, you have very little choice of all the things which can be eaten because other animals do eat them. You can't eat filth, but bacteria do. They flourish on filth. So although it is bad for you, it is good for some other beings. You understand the point?
So with this, it brings our debate question. So what do people think about the new segment? Any thoughts? Anyone? Daniel Bhai? Oh, no, Daniel Bhai. Musle, Taman, do you have anything? You might be muted if you're speaking.
So is that just to like add on to the presentation, or?
No, just talk about it. This is so we normally debate news. We just kind of give our thoughts to the recent news.
I think, I mean, Islam does permit things that could be haram in certain circumstances to be halal for medicinal purposes. So I think ethically, it's kind of like a gray area. Do you want
Yeah.
a pig's organ inside of your body while it is the cost of life?
Yeah, that is actually a thing in medical society whereby if a patient rejects the prospect of a transplant, the doctors have to comply with the patient wishes and find an alternative to. And this is one of the reasons why we have many alternatives to things that if a certain religious or ethical aspect prevents treatment, you always have a second option or a third option. And with this, I believe there was another debate. The pig, it has many uses. I mean, first of all, it's the leather that we can actually get and use from there. So we're not eating pork, but we can use the leather obtained from pigs as well. So yeah, Jazakallah for contributing. Moving on to comedy news. So while we face lorry shortages, when you rush things, Stephen Merchant's The Outlaws lorry plunges into the Bristol Harbour. I thought someone's commented that I thought someone was about to jump or was in the water. When I looked, it was a truck. A costume trailer for Stephen Merchant's TV series The Outlaws has plunged into a city center harbor. The Outlaws, ironically, is a TV show about a group of kind of criminals who are out to doing community service. So that brings a lot of irony to this event, and that's why it's kind of funny. Our disaster news: death while shooting. Helena Hutchins, a film mourns incredible artist and seeks answers. So Helena Hutchins, a cinematographer who died when an actor Alec Baldwin fired a popgun on a film set, has been remembered as an incredible artist. She has died while trying to film for the movie Rust. And yeah, moving on to Jamaat, the final segment. If you haven't written to Alert to Zoo, I would recommend you write one. Try to be weekly while writing to it. And finally, ending up with this week with Hazoor.
मेरा सवाल है कि बचपन में आपकी क्या फेवरेट डिश थी जो आपकी वालिदा बनाती थी?
हमने कभी नखरे किए ही नहीं तुम्हारी तरह के। फेवरेट डिश जो घर में खाना पक जाता है, दाल पकी तो दाल खा ली, हैं? गोश्त पका तो गोश्त खा लिया, हैं? आलू गोश्त पका तो आलू गोश्त खा लिया, करेले पके तो करेले खा लिए, कद्दू पके तो कद्दू खा लिए, हैं? ये आजकल के तुम लोगों के नखरे हैं, हमारे नखरा कोई नहीं ऐसा होता था। अम्मा अब्बा कहते थे ये खाना पका हुआ है, बच्चे खाना खाओ और अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा करो, बस ठीक है। ये नखरे छोड़ दो, छोड़ दो आगे।
So yeah, very fun and short answer from Azam, our fifth Khalifa of Islam. If you haven't fully paid your tariqah, I would recommend you do it as the year is ending. Jazakallah for listening. And do you know, no, wrong side. Have your notes ready for Kahoot? Daniel Bhai even made one. Jazakallah. By the way, I don't think there's going to be a Kahoot. Daniel Bhai, is Daniel Bhai here? No, he's not here. Oh, it's only 3 people. So I think after this, we were just going to have a Kasotti. So it's just us 3. We can just have a small competition. So who likes to go first? Taban, would you like to go first?
What?
Kasotti. Do you know how to play Kasotti?
No.
Okay. So just briefly explain, it's basically a game where you have a person who kind of thinks of something. It could be a person, it could be a place, or it could be an item. And after that, the other people have to guess what the person has thought. And you have 20 questions, and you can, and the person who has guessed the thing, you can only answer yes or no. I cannot give you any clues. I can only say yes or no. So that's how Kasotti works. So if you think of, say, a person, I will have to ask questions with you only answering yes and no, and try to guess the person.
Okay, sure. So
Yeah.
you're the host, or
you can go first.
Right.
So just tell us when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Is there a person that you've thought of?
No.
No. Is there a place?
No.
No. Is there an item?
Yes.
Okay. Is it an electronic?
No.
No. Okay. Is it made of an organic material?
No.
Mm. Is it made of plastic?
In some cases. So yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Just so it's non-electronic. Is it a common thing found in all homes?
Yes.
Oh. Does it normally found in the kitchen?
No.
The living room?
No.
Bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay, bedroom. Would you might have any ideas?
Is it a clock?
No.
So it's a plastic found in bedrooms, and it's not an electronic. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not made of organic. Yeah, it's made of plastic. So yeah. Is it like bigger than a normal person, or is it
No. It's very small. So
small? Okay, small. All right. Something that's small, plastic. Oh, this is a hard one.
The funny thing is, I'm in my bedroom now.
Yeah, I'm looking around as well.
Is it a perfume bottle?
no.
Does it contain something? Do you use it to store things or put things
Yeah.
in?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Can you grow plants in it?
No.
Okay. So you store things in it. Do you read this thing? Can you read this thing? As in, does it have words in it?
No.
I think we're about 10 questions in.
I think it's a bit more than
12. I lost count here. Yeah, we have 8 questions left. Yeah. Do people is it something that people use to sleep with?
no.
Oh wow.
Is this something used every day, like, or is it just something in your bedroom?
Every day.
Is it like an everyday use? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use it to clean things?
No.
Oh.
It's used to store things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. 5 questions.
I'm not sure, to be fair.
Yeah, neither am I. So plastic things smaller than a human. You can use it to store things or like put things in it.
Is this something? Is this something specific that you can store? Is it, or is it can be anything?
Specific.
That makes it harder.
Is it a watch box? A box for your watch?
No.
Is it a box?
No.
Is it? Oh, okay. So is it I'm forgetting my 3D shapes now. Is it like cubic, rectangular, squared?
No.
3D?
It isn't cubic.
I think we're down to 1 question, so
I think it's one question and then
yeah. Just made of plastic. Small thing made of plastic.
is it used by both men and like ladies as well?
Yes.
Okay, I've given up.
Yeah, I'm giving up as well.
Go
It's
on.
a glasses case.
Is it what piece?
A glasses case.
Oh,
Glasses
glasses
case.
case.
I was thinking of glasses actually.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Or don't necessarily have to be found in a bedroom.
Yeah.
I mean, nah, because if you go to sleep, the glass will get dirty if you just leave it out there in the open.
Yeah. Should we end it off here then?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. All right, Jazakallah. Sorry, I know this isn't the usual because Murabisa isn't here, so the attendance is very low. But Jazakallah for attending. I hope I'll see everyone next week then. Assalamu alaikum.
hosting.
Wa alaikum assalam.